Scream 6 is the the latest Scream movie in the franchise. It came out in 2023, so last year. It's been a little over a year now, hasn't it? I think it came out in March. And this one does something a little different. We are no longer in Woodsboro. I can't say it for the first time. We are in New York City, back with Sam and Tara in the Big Apple. And yeah, things start happening, killings start happening in New York, and they immediately feel targeted because, well, it happened to them not even a year ago. So yeah, things start going from there. There is a new ghost face. And yeah, this time around, like I said, New York, and that makes it really interesting and fun as far as kills go because there's some really interesting kills. There is some really interesting tense scenes, one involving a ladder that doesn't necessarily make sense when it comes to a New York apartment, but whatever, it's still fun. One inside of a subway that doesn't necessarily make sense because someone would totally see that, but whatever, it's fun. So yeah, and then the bodega. There's a bodega scene that's absolutely incredible. So yeah, I like that this movie is doing something a little bit different and bringing it to this different city, and New York City at that. So I really think that's really cool. And really fun. It just makes for some really interesting, intense scenes that I really enjoyed. Same thing with this one in a sense that the legacy characters are kind of back as well as the new characters. And yeah, they're in New York this time, and it is a really fun place to put the Scream franchise, I think. And the story is pretty much the same. They are being targeted again. Sam this time has been, people have questioned whether she was the ghost face, essentially, if the stories are lining up. So she's kind of being accused of being a ghost face and such like that. So there is a little bit more tension as far as Sam goes and her anger management. And, things we learned from the Scream 5. She's taking over into this one. She's still questioning certain things about herself that I really enjoyed. Neve Campbell was not given enough money to be in this one, so she is not in this one. Courtney Cox, though, is back in this one. And then, if you haven't seen the trailers or you haven't seen the movie, I won't say who else from one of the sequels is back in this one as well. So yeah, same kind of cast. It is another fun Scream movie, in my opinion. I think I like this one a little bit more than Scream 5 even. The kills, once again, are extremely brutal. I would say they are even worse sometimes than the ones in Scream 5. Again, the Ghostface, I do not believe the people that are, once you find out who Ghostface is, I do not believe for a second these people could do this. I just don't buy it for a second. It just doesn't make sense. There are certain twists that happen in the movie that I'm just like, no. The person was like thrown. There's no way you could just, no. But it's a Scream movie. It's supposed to be ridiculous and over the top. And it is. But I had so much fun with it. The ending for me in this one gets a little crazy. And holy cow, do people survive things that there is no way in Sam Hill that they could survive. I mean, people are full-fledged, like, stabbed through the throat. And they're still getting up 10 minutes later when the plot needs them to get up. People are stabbed like 20 times. Somehow they are alive. It makes no sense how people could be alive after some of the things they go through in this movie. But the big thing for me is this is a horror franchise. I think there's some really great, tense horror moments where you're watching the movie and you're holding your breath because the character's holding your breath and you feel like you're with them holding your breath. And I like that. It is convoluted. I know people have guessed who the killers are in this one. I personally did not guess it. I really didn't. I had my suspicions about maybe the persons, but you have suspicions about everyone in these movies, essentially. That's kind of part of it. You're supposed to be suspicious of everyone. Again, my favorite character, and I can't remember her ding-dang name for some reason. Maybe we can find it in the cast list here. Let's see if we can find her here. Her name is Mindy. Mindy, that's who it is. I love Mindy. She's doing the whole we're in a requel, talk, and we're all suspects and blah, 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 blah. And I just love that about her. She's just my favorite character. Mindy is wonderful. There's some things going on with Scream 7. What's her name? Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega are not coming back, I guess, now, but Neve Campbell is. I hope we can have Mindy and Chad then, at least, or something, or just sneaking bring back Jenna Ortega and Melissa, because, good God, they're great. I want them back. So yeah, we'll see what the future holds with Scream 7, but I really enjoy Scream 6. Is it a little crazy by the end? How do I want to say this? The museum towards the end of the movie, is it a little ridiculous? Yes, but it's a Scream movie. I have fun with it. I'm going to go the same grade with this one that I did, Scream 5. I'm going to go 8 out of 10. I really, really enjoy this movie. I think it is a lot of fun. I love the scares in New York. I love that it's doing something a little different, and I think it works really well. So that is my review of Scream 6. I hope you guys have yourself a great day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and hey, we'll see you next time.